You're thinking of them as a narcissist. I know you're surprised they're calling you a narcissist. While in your head, you've been thinking of them as a narcissist. And you think it's funny. But I understand. Here's why. Here's why they're calling you a narcissist. Like you feel that you are all that and you are trying to dictate what their life will be. And they are right in seeing you as trying to dictate what their life will be. The only thing is that you don't see that. You don't see that because all that you have in your mind is your every good wish for them. You only want to do things that will favor them. And yet, here they are calling you a narcissist. I I've been told this many times by people who are shocked that their partner is calling them a narcissist. But do you know that the partner is very correct in seeing things that way? Because that is the implication of what you're doing. When you have seen someone who has some weaknesses and they're struggling with that thing or those things, and all you are thinking of is how to help them, the problem there is that at the same time, you want them to reciprocate by being more loving towards you. And then that causes you to, let me put in quotes, make demands of them to treat you in a certain way. But it's all based off of what you know that you're bringing for them because you're seeing their lack. For instance, someone who has seen a lady who was brought up in a way where she felt like the world was against her. Maybe a lady whose dad was absent in the upbringing of herself and her siblings. Maybe the mother had to struggle with them. And you are seeing the pains that she's been through. And then you are coming to her like a white knight. You know that your thoughts towards her are only positive and good things, and you only want good for her. And so when you're doing all the nice things that you do for her, you're being patient and kind to her. Or let's say it's a man who a lady has seen is coming from a background where he's struggling, and she's able to see his pains, feel his feelings of inadequacy, and she's now here wanting to give her all to help him to better his life. And then these two people are surprised that the people that they're trying to help turn around and label them narcissists. And you find it ironical. But the truth really is that it's the position from which you're doing those things and expecting from them that makes them see you as a narcissist. Because now they are as if they're at your mercy. And it's as if they have to pay back by now being your puppet because of what you're bringing into their life. That's exactly how it feels. So I recommend that in a lot of these cases, when you see someone that you want to be there for like a night, you want to save, it's best that we don't actually do this in a relationship. It's best that we take a step out. If you haven't married this person, it's actually best that you step out of the relationship. Step out of the relationship and continue to offer that help because you genuinely care about this person. But when you're in a relationship and you're offering this help and you're also wanting them to reciprocate by loving you back, you put them in a tight corner. It's almost as if now they have to pay for your help. And so they see you as playing God in their life. Because essentially that's what you're doing. You are giving them something that they need, but you are requiring of them, you're not letting them have free will. You are requiring of them to be towards you in a certain way. But do you know that the irony is that if you get out of a relationship with this person and you keep on offering this help, now this is going to take a little bit of work on your part. Remove your mind from being a recipient back from them, a recipient of their love for what you're doing. Just continue to offer that help, but do it from a place of friendship, a place of someone who cares. That's the irony of life. When you step back and they still see that you're playing this role, they themselves cannot help. They cannot help, if we're talking about a decent person, they cannot help but admire you and see all the good things about you. And then they can naturally now start to reciprocate your love. But when it's in a relationship, it's almost as if you are demanding, because of course they're human. They're going to do something sometimes that will make you unhappy. And then you're going to be talking to them, treating them like you should be able to do this back because look what I'm doing for you. People cannot help feeling that way. And then you're thinking, oh yeah, so I should be doing all these things for this person and not being it. Why should I be doing this for someone when I'm not in a relationship with them, when I can take all that energy and my resources and give it to someone else? But I want to ask you, how are you, do you love or do you not love this person? So right there, do you then see, if you're asking yourself that question, I have to ask you, so then that means your love is conditional. So then that love is not coming across as pure love. And that's why you're having that struggle. But if you're able to do it, once you're able to do it without being in a relationship with them, and this is not for you to, there are no gimmicks here. You cannot lie to yourself, okay, I'm going to not be in a relationship with them, but still, I'll be hoping that they do this. No, you have to completely disabuse your mind of them owing you anything. And truly, you will see it come to fruition. This is where we say that if you love something, you set it free. And if it comes back to you, then it's yours. And this is actually better. If you cannot do this, then just forget it. But when you do this and you get and that person comes back, then you have a pure form of love. You have pure reciprocity. And now they're not doing it because they want to pay you back, because you're not requesting that payback. They're doing it because it's something that flows naturally. But you see, when you get them in a position where they feel as if this has to be in return for what the favor that this person is doing me, then there is an unconscious resistance. They're unhappy. Because sometimes, even when you don't request it, it's like they're owing you. And then they begin to see you as that narcissist. So we should allow people to come to a place of loving us naturally. If you really say that you love this person, you will do for them what you want to do for them because you know that it's good for them. After all, that's what love is. That's what love is. And naturally, if they really feel like, because remember, not everybody is suited to the other person. There might be things about you, there might be things about me that this person doesn't really want at such a close range. So not everybody is suited for everybody. So we should get out of the mindset of thinking that just because we're there for the person and we're showing up 100% for the person, that the person should be able to reciprocate back. Because I can see this person and I feel like everything is right with this person for me. But there might be something about me that doesn't quite sit well with them. It could be a simple thing as like the way that I chew. Or it could be my attitude to life. It could be that I'm just not as forthcoming. I'm just not as outspoken. I am just not as quiet. I am just not as ambitious. I am just not as career driven. I am just not as homely as the person that they know that they will be more comfortable with. So we need to get out of the mindset that because I have shown up for this person and I am doing so much for them, then there is no reason why I am not deserving of their love. And it is true that you are deserving of their love, but it may not quite be that type of love. The type of love where it is an intimate, romantic relationship. This is one of the reasons why we struggle. And not only are we struggling, we're struggling with someone for whom we're putting out so much effort. And on top of that, they are seeing us as a narcissist. And that is, we are playing God in their life. And in that case, we actually deserve to suffer. We deserve this suffering because we have arrogated to ourselves the position of God in another person's life. Let that sink in. It's funny that today I'm so different. It's like disguising yourself to be something else in somebody's life, to play God in their life. It's like I'm disguised today. Okay, I hope that you understand that. And this solves that puzzle where you're wondering why this person seems to be seeing you as an enemy, even though all you have in your mind is good for them. Just take a step back. Take a step back. I tell you all the time, take a step back. Take a step back so that people have the freedom to see things clearly and to make their own choices. And when you don't take a step back, you are just there, like you're trying to play God in somebody's life because you're giving them no option. We're all born free. Let us be free and let other people be free. And then let things work naturally, organically. And there'll be less struggle. All right.